Welcome back, guys, to Trails Through Daybreak. Well, last episode, clearing out the demon stones of Station Street, we broke into the station itself to find Rosette and Sao facing off against the demon sphere, destroying it to reduce the effects of Pandemonium in this region. We then started the sweep of the area, soon to move on to the Blacklight District, with Kincaid having left us and Sao joining our advance. That professor is working on the roof right now. I'd probably be more a hindrance than support if I was up there, so I'm staying down here and focusing on what I can do. I brought over some ice cream from my stand, so that'll hopefully help with our reserves.
What'll you have today? Thanks for coming.
Ice cream, healthy meal in a crisis. Supposedly you can't be talked to, but I'm pretty sure you have new dialogue. Oh, still missing a special something to take it over the edge. I can't quite complain when I shouldn't even have this chance in the first place. Don't you agree, Mr. Arkride? Agree with what? That even if the quality of a product leaves a lot to be desired, its relative value skyrockets during times of crisis. You know the proverb, hunger is the best sauce? Well, that isn't just a theory. It is an extremely logical and systematic social, psychological, and physical phenomenon. Professor, what might you... If I may ask, what are your thoughts on this phenomenon happening? Or more than that, why do you think it is that some people can move while some can't? Hold on a second. If we knew that, then we wouldn't be going through all this trouble. Fascinating. There's no effect without cause. You may be able to change or manipulate it, but it won't necessarily mean you've eradicated said cause. I recommend you keep that in mind if you're going to continue looking into this anomaly. Gotcha. Guess it makes sense one of Hamilton's pupils and Catcher's senior would know something more. We'll keep it in mind.
Alrighty.
At this point, it is people we've interacted seem to be fine. As irritating as Esmeralda can be, I believe collaborating with her is my best recourse. I'm planning on trying an orbal tech-based approach to this anomaly henceforth. I suppose I could offer my assistance should I make any discoveries. If time remains frozen, it will only prove to be a hindrance to my research. Here's a thing to think about. It did seem a very select group of people. And if you're thinking, well, we didn't really interact with Marduk's security guys. I mean, they've been around us at certain times. So what is the level of interaction that's actually needed? I never talked to the guy who owns the place. Thank you all so much for saving the department store, or rather all of Station Street. You, in addition to Marduk and all the professors, deserve my utmost thanks for trying so hard to illuminate such a dark path. Our entire staff wishes to support those endeavors, and I plan to guide them as their manager. We'll show everyone what Western Department Store can really do once we put our mind to it. Please don't hesitate to take advantage of our services. I'll tell you what though, the main reason I didn't spend more money on other things is just because I don't really have the money to spend. Weapons are probably big jumps in damage for certain people though, so... I don't know if you're from Marduk or what, but you're no match for the Republic's law enforcement. I'm perfectly capable of protecting the Republic's citizens all by myself. I'll show you not to mess with Calvard's police force. He's brave. We'll give him that. Let me thank you all on behalf of all employees here. Ilhan and Carlo said the whole store will offer our support to you and everyone else out there. My part will be relatively small when compared to the two of them, but I plan on helping regardless. Let me know if you need anything. Is it true that Station Street was successfully liberated? Things are safe now, all thanks to Marduk. Ilhan's been having some new ideas, but I can guarantee you that our store will continue supporting you. Please, don't hesitate to ask for help. I can't think this much without some caffeine in me. No better companion for a nice brainstorming session than a good cup of joe. The best lesson Professor Cronkai ever gave me. But anyway, I'll take a short break and then start working on some countermeasures. There must be a limit to what devils can and can't do. That's what we should take advantage of to keep ourselves safe. I'm planning on cooperating with Marduk to help provide the people with both food and shelter.
Do you have any preferences? Thanks for coming in.
Alrighty. I have no preferences. Your work to liberate this area is much appreciated. Seeing you work so hard to help out has made me realize I should strive for the same. Not by fighting, of course. I'm putting my observational skills to the test so that I may help relay information to Marduk and the guild both. My hope is to be able to contribute with helping refugees. No matter how small, I must do my part. Right, time to move on into the Blacklight District. How are we doing for these now? 41 enemies failed on field and 17 more dodges. We're getting there. Ever so slowly.
Off we go.
Let's go bash those dudes again. Unless Bermotti wants to speak to Kincaid. You wanted him back after all. Nope.
I eagerly await your performance.
Dodge!
Could use a charge attack, you know.
Dodge!
Enemy stunned. Time for shards.
We're farming these guys now.
One more.
Mr. Spinny, though, is a bit annoying.
Down. Time to wail on it.
Stats upgraded.
I honestly farmed those rewards out in the underground waterway a few chapters ago. Oh, that makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Time for stars.
Attacking target.
I can't say that doesn't make sense.
Activating skill.
Sucker.
Maybe I should have done that. But I guess in a Let's Play, we're not really necessarily the grinding type, are we?
Miss Alfayed.
We kind of keep things running, which is why I didn't
Activating
decide to
skill.
like do anything in the forests and wind back the
Activating
chapter a
skill.
little bit. I try to keep everything on camera if we can, after all.
Hey, that one felt pretty good.
You did
Here I go.
perfect.
This is the entrance to the Blacklight District that you mentioned, I assume. I've never used this particular one. Makes sense you know about it. I'm really worried about the others. Let's get going. We don't have a second to waste. What is it? Is something wrong? Well... Let me put it this way. I'm getting some real bad vibes about whatever's on the other side of this door. I'd be willing to bet there's at least a few monsters roaming around somewhere in here. Well, shit. Seems rather unusual, but I won't question it. Thanks. Then we should be certain we are fully prepared before moving on. Right. We did buy new weapons. Van and the others then proceeded through the hidden routes to the Blacklight District they had travelled through before. Along the way, they approached a spare railway line that was rarely in use. Just look at this. It's just like above ground. It's got flowery bits. I see we found more underlings, though the demon spheres seem uninvolved. Maybe, but that doesn't change the fact that there are some tough bastards roaming around. Whether we pick them off or slip by, keep your wits about you. Got it. All we gotta do is bust some ass if they plan on getting in our way. I plan to bust any ass.
Here goes.
Take care. It's above an A-level threat. I eagerly await your performance.
Gotcha.
Show what you're really capable
Snooze, you
of.
lose.
Especially if I just perfect dodge everything. Then I can bust any ass all the time.
This'll hurt.
Are we linked or not?
Keep moving, Van. Raging Buster. Make it count, Aaron. Sucker. Reset. Take over.
One skill coming right up.
Have some more.
Is that enough?
Chances like this don't... You know what to do.
Don't what?
There. I'm just getting warmed up.
Gauge fully replenished.
Take this.
What? My attack just disappeared.
Take this down. This is it. Falls in and kicks him out.
Gotcha! Well then, away we go.
I'll take the 2 foot.
I suggest physical attacks for now.
One more.
These guys die ridiculously fast as well, so I guess I'll kill them on field.
Gotcha!
Now's the time for showing. Glad that worked out okay.
We'll use this tunnel very specifically to build up our stuff. Except when I get hit like that, of course.
Now, let's get the first
You
move.
snooze, you lose.
Okay, Van's been hit a fair bit, but he then instantly hit a health upturn, which doesn't need anything else to really work with him, so I'll use this to buff him.
Here goes. This'll hurt. This'll hurt.
And then go for the coin bullets on the 2.
Think fast. Take this. Your call, Sal.
Activating skill.
Make it quick.
Sounded like he said your cool cell. I didn't realize we were in that saga.
Mr. Wang. Perfect chance.
2 delays ain't
A boost
bad.
would work here. This'll hurt. Blaze. Breathe onto us. Reset. Might want to boost here. Accessing. Initialize. Mr.
We have our barrier.
This'll hurt. Stay put.
So DPS Van can go to work.
Might want to boost here.
Weak to water, are you? Weak to water, are you?
We
Initiating try. Activating skill. There. Your turn now.
Sealed blade.
It's in your hands, Van.
I think it's dead, to be fair.
No.
Nice. That went great.
It's gonna spin a win.
Take this. Gotcha. The sun. This is it. Comes in and
Beat
kicks
him
my
up hard. We kill him in this period.
You picked the wrong guy to fight.
I'm like getting no experience from doing it, but to be honest, I probably wouldn't get much experience from being in an actual full battle with them. So this corridor's amazing.
It's done. Now, let's finish the job. Gotcha.
Not over.
Take it down.
You gonna get a move on or what?
We were going fast. We were just getting some grinding done. See, we only 8 more perfect dodges and 30 more enemies now. Look, come on, Aaron. Give it the program. Oh, the pattern's gone. And those devils are nowhere to be found. Yeah, I don't smell a thing. We should be safe going forward. Understood. Then shall we make way straight for the Blacklight District? Proceeding beyond this point will remove guests from the party. No. Bye, Sal. You were there for like approximately 2 seconds after suggesting where we were going. They made their way across the underground railway tracks, fortunately encountering no more devils as they did. Oh, what a great grinding place. Before long, they arrived in the Blacklight District. There are lots of coloured lines here too. Yeah, but notice how there's a good amount of people who aren't frozen. This area is in better shape than the surface, looks like. I imagine many of them deliberately came here from the surface believing it to be safer. Would be a smart move. Except the thugs got frozen. I don't recognize either of those guys. Must be new here. The only people who are moving around are people I remember seeing at some point before. It's you guys! I feel like we've seen you somewhere before. They were the men Mrs. Aman trounced effortlessly when they were causing trouble for Miss Aim. Yeah, along with Guyen and Zhong Shao. They got home so fast I forgot all about them. Their name is Bugbear. I remember Elder Gien confessing he was being very generous when calling them professionals. Why couldn't you guys just be frozen too? Yourself. You don't have to be so rude every time. I thought we could finally rest easy now that we're away from all the chaos on the surface, but we had to run into you guys. I see you're traveling in smaller numbers these days, Spriggan. Something tells me they've got info we could do with having. Time to put the screws to them. Can you dumbasses really not tell when the odds are stacked against you?
I've been waiting for your arrival.
They just dead. Oh god. He's back! It's that crazy old guy again!
I'm not entirely opposed to vulgarities, but such foolishness is downright repulsive.
What the?
I do so appreciate how lowlives like these help us, cream of the crop, stand out.
Huh? Oh no! I knew you were going to turn up here, but I didn't expect you to make a whole show of it. I see we have some formidable allies here. You put a stop to them just like that. You could have at least let them think they had a chance of winning.
Well, we may not have been counting on their arrival, but we suspected it was about time for yours.
Claudel and that CID aide arrived not long ago, too. They informed us of what you were up to.
And that makes things easy. So the two of them passed through here as well, then?
Elroy also filled me in on our current predicament. It sounds like it's quite the mess. But why not let the mess wait and indulge yourselves with a good rest first?
Of course you'd say that. Anyway, the Oathbreakers are given, but did the Direwolf and the Immovable stop by before all this went down? I'd heard we could expect some other surprising faces here.
Jin and the Direwolf were here not long ago, but they have since returned to the surface. Ashlad and the Shinobi of Ikaruga have also departed. We do have some other unexpected guests in their place, however.
I'm pleased to see you're doing well, Arkride.
President Rocksmith, that's some party you've got with you. I knew Godi was going to be around, but...
Good to see you guys. Here the surface has gone down the shitter.
Well, I'm ready to see you're alright.
Same to you. Not that there's anything in this world capable of taking you out.
I decided to make my way here after I finished talking with Fawn and the Crown Prince. I've heard that this place has changed quite a bit since I held my position. So I've been meaning to revisit it for some time. And I see why you'd want to come, Mr. President. The rotten air of this dirty, dingy hellscape stinks of magnifical eros and savagery. Oh, pinch me, adios! I'm already dying to film something here!
How is this guy so predictable? I'd be more concerned if he changed overnight. What does Eros mean? That's a word you need not concern yourself with for a while, Miss Al-Fayed.
Well then, how about we take a seat over there for the time being?
I've been worried about the guy sitting next to us. He looks like a blooming zombie. So this originated in the Vantel district after all. Indeed, no doubt as a result of what we saw in that transmission. I wasn't able to see it myself, and so I've had to rely on hearsay. But I hear that Almata's missing executive member and their deceased leader made an appearance. Yeah, there's no guarantee it's really them, but there's a good chance it is. You witnessed Dantes' death firsthand, didn't you, Master? I did. He should most certainly be dead after what he endured. As such, I would ordinarily suspect that some manner of trickery is at work here. Ordinarily. He wasn't the only deceased Almata member there either. Oh yeah, no. We're without a doubt dealing with something far from ordinary here. I heard that people came back from the dead during the chaos in the Empire 2 years ago too. And as it so happens, weren't you one of them? I was only believed to be dead. My situation is fundamentally different to that of the Empire's immortals. I wasn't part of all that, but from what I've heard, that was tied up in a curse specific to the Empire. The being responsible for it is dead and gone too. We shouldn't have to deal with immortals again. Not sure why I'm even telling you this. You probably know way more about the whole thing than I do. Aren't you a bright boy? It sounds like they're unrelated to the Empire's troubles then, whether they are the actual Armata members living again or imposters. Though you seem to have your own theory as to what is at work here, Mr. Arkride. After what happened with Ida, it isn't impossible that this is the work of a Genesis. Yes, too early to say for sure though. Armata did some crazy mind-bending stuff in Farbad, so I think we can safely say that common sense doesn't always apply to them. Yet it seems the only way to find out the truth now is to charge right into the matter and find it. Is that your thinking also, Arkride? It is. I was the one who dealt the killing blow to Dantes and Horacion. It wasn't 'cause I didn't have a choice, and it wasn't to avenge a friend. No, he'd just gone too far off the rails, and as a Spriggan, I couldn't let him go one step further. So finding out the truth is on me now, because I don't believe in leaving any job half done. Very well then. The CID has no opposition to that. We've had plenty of run-ins with Armata in the past. We're not going to turn back now. Nope. After what they did to my bros, I'm not going to stop until they're gone for good. As a concierge, it is my job to intercept and mitigate potential risks, and that is just what I'll do. We also still have to find Miss Claudel, Mr. Silizion, and Miss Lanster to ask for their input on our next move. Absolutely. Can't make a decision without them. Miss Perfect's got a big brain friend with her, so I'm sure she's sitting pretty at least. Judith's not even one of my part-timers. Though I guess that's technically true for my master too. It may be, but rest assured I will be accompanying you till the very end. We need to bring Victor's family home safely as well. Yeah, we can't forget about Yume and Paulette. And that useless race car driver, but he could just rot out there for all I care. That is rather harsh. It sounds like there's nothing more that needs to be said. Go on then, and follow your hearts. It would do mine good to see that young Agnès is safe and well. She was heading to Tyrell, so as soon as we're ready, we should head there next. Can't say I'm not curious what her dad's up to, too. Indeed. I'm sure he's fine wherever he is, of course.
Well, with that out of the way, I also have something I would like to discuss. I have no specific problem with our master accompanying you on your travels. That being said, Mr. Van Arkride, while I am aware that your group is handling some peculiar items that have their share of interesting effects, you wouldn't happen to have any other ideas on what could be causing all of this, would you?
Huh? What do you mean? Wait a sec.
While unofficial and known only to a select few, there just so happens to be a word in the Church's lexicon that refers to what we are seeing. Specifically, to the state of devils descending upon the real world and bringing about chaos. Isn't that right, Master Bearguard?
You are correct. Only those involved with the darker side of the Church will ever come into contact with it. But Edith is currently in a state of what we would call Pandemonium.
Pandemonium? Never heard that one before. Neither have I, but it has a chilling ring to it.
It's mentioned in a text called the Book of Ezer. It's an apocrypha that only members of the Grosritter, Iscariot, and chosen others are permitted to read. For good reason, too. It's a book that eats away at the reader's soul the longer they peruse it. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong, but might you have been one of its perusers at some point?
Well... Van, was this after you quit school, or...
You kinda lost me near the start of all that, but your only problem's that Van read some banned book, right? What's the big deal with reading a banned book or two? I've got mountains of them hidden away. Some real juicy ones, too.
It isn't quite that simple.
Oh, I think it is. I know Van. I know he's a man's man with a good head on his shoulders and a burning passion for all that's right. Hell, I'd be happy to appoint him the successor of my gaudy spirit if anything ever happened to me.
Oh my. Appreciate the support, really, but I don't know if I'm that much like you, Director.
You're a smart one, too, which is why I thought you'd be able to see him beyond your personal bias. A real man follows his eyes and his heart. He doesn't let his position blindly turn him into some prejudicial schmuck. Got a counter to that, Leon?
Director? The hell kind of logic is that? I don't know what you said, but it sounded really cool and kind of insulting. It displeases all of us at Arkride Solutions to see our boss be dismissed over these personal biases too. You're right, I admit it, I don't know Arkride very well. I've also had a negative image of him since before we even met. Specifically that he was an irritating little dandy prat who gave my master 6 months of headaches when he's not even part of the church. Hey, I mean yeah, but... Either way, in deference to the director's words, I won't push the subject any further. You seem to have your own concerns about what is happening as it is. We're the same age, right? Kinda crazy to me that you're a Growl's Ritter. But don't worry, I know I'm a pain, but I don't plan on causing as much trouble as you're fearing. The last thing I'd want is to soil our master's good name by being hunted down after being branded a heretic. Unbelievable. You really are disturbingly well informed.
Very well. As students under the same master, I will be counting on you, Van. My work requires me to stay here for a while longer. But should you run into Celise on the outside, then please, give her my regards.
Yeah, will do. With devils for days in the capital right now, we're gonna need you guys big time. So here's hoping we can put our differences aside, at least until all this is over.
I can give it some thought, I suppose.
That's what I like to see. Romances are a bond forged through sweat and tears. Speaking of sweat, who's up for a talk about sweating it up? Well, Mr. Director, I would very much like to hear about those mountains of banned books you profess to have. I have to admit my interest is piqued. My head's starting to hurt. Go easy on him now, Killiker. Oh, you jealous? Like hell I am. It appears we can now finally move forward. That we can. You have my appreciation for helping them in my absence. Not at all. I chose to travel with them in part due to my own curiosity. I enjoy seeing promising young people develop, even if they aren't part of Hayaway. Sounds about right for you. Sal left for the northern part of the city, saying that he was going to resume his work as part of Hayaway. With Burgard taking their place, they then readied themselves to continue their mission. Well, there was some surprises along the way, but we've got our next objective now. So as soon as we're ready, we should make for the Tyrell district. Right, Agnès should be there waiting for us. Agnès! Everything here seems to be mostly how I remembered it, so it should be a good place to stock up. Indeed, the northern part of the city is crawling with devils. We should prepare carefully before we depart. That door is the exit we want, I assume. Yeah, kind of a maze on the other side, but there's a path that will lead us directly to the Tyrell district. Well, let's get to work. The guard rejoined the party and Sal left the party.
Now we got all these clowns running the joint. This place has turned into a damn circus.
As long as this place works as a foothold to proceed, you won't hear me complaining.
Is that it?
While we're here,
Right.
it would be prudent for us to take another look around as we get ready.
Alrighty.
Sure thing, Master. Right, where are the supposed demons? Oh, they're not actually up here then. You're saying that past through here there might be another tunnel full of demons, maybe? Well, we've got to sweep the area, no matter what. Maybe we should tell this lady about the guy that's literally, you can stab him as many times as you want and he heals. And we've even killed him and he's come back, so we know that to be true. There's a man out there for you, Lindsay. Ah, Van, there you are. Van, do you have any idea what's going on? There are all these people standing completely frozen. It's so creepy. And those who aren't frozen, they're all torn up out here. I'm so scared. So very, very scared. I don't know what to do. Help me, Van. Settle down. We've exorcised the devils around here. You're safe now. You have? Oh, Bergard, thank you, sir. Oh, there's just nothing better than a big, strong man standing beside me. Van, Bergard, anyone really? So dreamy. Anything else we can help you with, or are you good? Oh, I'm fine. If you need to take a break, I've got my books for you. My collection isn't anything to write home about, but it passes the time. Just make sure to stand right next to me when you do, please. I respect the hustle, but damn, subtlety's not in her vocabulary, is it? Other glasses of water less transparent than this chick. Some are difficult to read and some are not. I used to be able to read books to escape reality, but this time it wasn't helping. And I lost it. I really lost it. I'm sorry for scaring all of you. Don't worry, I think I'm okay now. My collection isn't the most interesting thing in the world, but if you need a break, feel free to give them a read.
What'll you have today?
There's nothing in here I can buy because I've already bought it from you. But I do have 10,000 mirror exactly, so maybe I can buy Bergard a weapon. How did I get here? I was just running away from those monsters and now I'm... Where am I? I'm just completely lost. I have no idea how to get out either. Why is this happening to me? I have no idea what's going on up above either. Not that it matters when I doubt I'm ever going to make it out anyway. Well, a certain Growlsritter doesn't like us, by the way. At least someone's trying to punch to the heart of the matter. Getting stopped from doing so as well, but still. Well, quite the fine mess we found ourselves in, isn't it? I'm concerned about the kids over in Old Town, but they should be okay. They're a tough bunch, I think they can handle themselves. Are the lot of you headed out? If you need any work done before you go, I'm more than happy to help. I do know how to tune a Zypher. I'm sure you folks can always use someone like that, no?
Right.
We won't do to panic. We must keep calm and get a read on the situation. Knee-jerk reactions will only come back to bite us. Either way, I'm glad I was able to stock up on all these Zypher parts before all hell broke loose. Hopefully they can be of use to the people down here.
No need to be shy now.
So you're doing augment stuff for us, are you? Well, it's opening slots we want to do. This is the last cipher. Oh, we're actually getting a lot of... Are we getting a lot of fire stuff now? How much was that one then? Well, if I can get 720 more, then we've made it. We've actually done it. And I could spend all the rest of my SEPIP either on exchanging it for cash money to try and hit another total, or to actually making quartz for myself, which would be pretty nice. I mean, how much money is in the Mirage step if I have a loan? Oh, not really that much towards the total, is it? Sad.
See you again.
What rare items do you have, buddy?
No need to be shy now.
All of these still. Lots of droplets.
See you again. No need to be
of
shy
course,
now.
you've got the trade stuff going on. And it seems that your stuff now is either... Oh, it can be bought. So it's like... multiple offerings for each person, of which, of course, the most expensive one is considered their best one. By the look of things.
See you again.
Goddess above, I don't know what to do. I've never seen anything like this. Where are Gabriella and Yoda? I know they went up to the surface not too long ago. I want to look for them, but I'm just tied up down here. What do I do? What do I do? Can I go rescue them and bring them back down to see you?